back to my channel, and today I'm working on Raven from Teen Titans. I haven't actually seen this series since I was a kid, but I'd love to rewatch it. Recently I've seen a lot of people on Instagram sort of doing face cosplays of Raven. I don't know if she's probably one of my favorite characters next to Terra, I think it is, who's like the earth bending earth powered Teen Titan mutant. I don't know. What do they call them in DC series? Are they mutants or are they super powered? I don't know, to be perfectly honest. But I think next to Terra, Terra is probably definitely my favorite. But everyone likes to forget about her, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because she turns bad or like she has like the dramatic I am the one and only storyline. I don't know, but Raven is pretty cool. I definitely like her as a character, and I'd like to rewatch the series sometime soon. But yeah, it's cool to see that people are still really into it, and they still love the series. And I think generally it's I think most people I know watched it as a kid, and I think a lot of us that are now growing up still appreciate it, appreciate the series and things. I don't know if they ever made a more realistic version of the show. I'm fairly sure they have, but Teen Titans is definitely a favorite of mine. Just that good mix of comical and entertaining. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on today. I've also got my next one lined up, which will be will be related to this piece. So I'm looking forward to working on that as well. For the style of this, I went back to my, I don't know, I'm really enjoying this sort of thick line art style with, I don't know, like thick outlines and really nice color palettes. I did do a color palette for this one because I really wanted to, stay away from traditional colors. I didn't want to just pick out colors from my head, and I think it's really worked out well for this piece because you you really see how the colors, despite them not being natural or they don't seem like they would work, they actually work really well. So can't wait for you guys to see that. The line art in this, the original, doesn't look fantastic. I wasn't exactly the most happiest with it, but I tried my best to do it with a 2-second sketch. I literally sketched this like 5 minutes before I made this video. And I wasn't, I think I like the sketch better than I do the outlines as they are now. They're just really not in the right place, and it just looks really tacky. But I don't know if it's because they're all overlapping and things. But yeah, you'll see it'll come together eventually. But I'm still not 100% happy with the placement of the face and things at the end. So yeah. Overall, I'm happy with the design, but I'm always happy with the designs. I'm happy that I just get going and make some art for you guys, but it would be nice if my sketches were a little bit tidier and my line art was nicer at the beginning. Actually, I think if I had done the line art a little bit better at the beginning, the end piece or the end result would look a lot better, but that's alright. We've already made it, so I'm happy with what ends up at the end, but it's kind of like most pieces that I do, it's kind of a journey to get to that, I guess. Also, apologies if you can hear any clicking in the background. My boyfriend is playing some games because he's doing some kind of league on some kind of game. I'm not too sure. So if you can hear that, I do apologize, but we have to share the study, of course. And I should thank him very much because he's letting me use his computer. So as you can see, the skin color I go for is a lot pinker than probably what I'd usually do. And it does look really strained at the beginning, but once you kind of get all the pieces in there, and you see how the pieces all merge together, then it looks much better. But yeah. So I think I got this video down to just on 17 minutes for you guys, so it's a little bit shorter than, no, it's probably mid-range. I think mid-range timing. I think this piece took me about an hour and a half to do. I could have done a little bit quicker, but overall pretty happy with the end result and how long it took and things like that. So yeah. So what have I been up to today? Today, Sunday, I got up and last night actually we went bowling for the first time in a while, and that was a lot of fun. I didn't even know where the bowling place is here in Christchurch, but I guess now I do. It was really cool. They had like the screens at the end of the what do you call them, lanes? Which I remember seeing. I remember it kind of reminded me of Tokyo in like the I want to say like arcades, but they're like more than arcades. They're like 3-story buildings with like, I'm pretty sure it had like a basement level bowling alley, and then like the next level up was a bowling alley, and it was just heaps of fun. But I remember that, and it just reminded me of that, and it was really cool. But then I remembered that actually we went to a bowling place in Wellington that kind of had the same thing, so it's really not that unique. But yeah, it was cool. It was about 16 of us. No, there was less than that. There was 12 of us, maybe 12 or 13 of us. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't realize that if you go in a bit later, it's cheaper. So we're thinking we might do it again sometime soon. But yeah, bit of fun, bit of something different. And also there was the rugby last night. If you don't know, New Zealanders love rugby, and we were playing the Lions, which are like a mixed race team, but mixed nationality team is the word I was looking for. And they do a tour around sort of New Zealand and South Africa and Australia every couple of years. So I think 12 years since they've been in New Zealand, so that's pretty cool. And they thrashed our provincial team, which kind of they should have, but they lost to another provincial team the other night, so it was a bit of a letdown because our provincial team is supposed to be the best or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a huge rugby fan, but from the little rugby I know, I do know that our provincial rugby team is supposed to be the best. So a little bit disappointing for us, a bit of hurt, but I mean, they are an international team, so technically they should have bet us no matter what. But we put up a pretty good fight, but I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty boring game. So if you're wondering about rugby, I don't know. If you're interested, I don't know. But yes, that was my Saturday night, and it was, and bowling, which was a lot of fun. It was good to just get out and about, especially after my very busy week. And yeah, today was pretty relaxing. We didn't do too much. I helped Jonathan with his courier run, and then just came home, had dinner, and made this beautiful drawing for you guys. So yeah, pretty good Sunday, pretty good weekend, I guess, overall. I also did some research and things for my channel, so getting on top of that, which has been really interesting. We also went and had a look at my we got some feedback. We asked someone about my broken camera lens, and they basically said there's nothing they can do about it, and no one will buy it, and no one will fix it unless you want to pay like $120 to figure out what is wrong with it, and then pay for the cost to repair it. So that's a real shame. So I'm gonna have to buy myself a brand new camera, which is kind of exciting, but also a bit of a shame because I wasn't hoping to do that anytime soon. But if I'm gonna pay to get this lens repaired, I might as well put the money towards buying a new camera. As much as I love my camera, I do love my camera, I'm gonna probably have to switch brands, and yeah, which is a shame. I do like Olympus, but I need something that's better for video and things like that. And there's a few videos that I've been wanting to do, which I've kind of had to put on the back foot because of not only this series, which I'm kind of slowing down with, so it's okay for me to kind of go back to video stuff. Yeah, there's a few videos that I want to do, which I can't do until I get my camera, so probably in the next month or so I'll probably get myself a new camera. But in the meantime, I'll keep producing these videos for you guys, because I hope you do enjoy them. But I need a video camera to do some tutorial stuff that I want to show you guys in theory. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do the tutorial videos yet, but I thought it'd be cool to kind of mix in some video elements into those, but you have to wait and see, obviously. But yeah, so this is coming together pretty nicely at the moment. I'm really, actually now looking at it, I'm quite happy with it, but I do move the eyes around a lot, and I don't know if moving the eyes has made the picture worse, or it's something I did with the face shape, but here I'm really happy with it looking at it. but something goes wrong later and it kind of just skews it. But maybe you guys have oh, I think I just figured out what it was. I'm gonna have to fix that. So yeah, I to address that problem, I haven't locked any of the layers. So if there is stuff on top of a major layer, say the face, and you're working with elements on top of that, it might be best to go into the layers and lock it, which I should have done, because now I'm seeing it, I realize that I've actually shifted the face, which is a real shame, but now I know how to fix it, which is a good thing. So how you do that is basically go into layers and you pick the particular object and you just lock the object instead of locking the entire layer. You can, I guess in layers you kind of have each piece or each element kind of has its own locking ability. So not only can you just lock the entire layer and everything sitting on that layer, but you can lock individual objects without having to make layers for those, if that makes sense. Say if you wanted to lock the face, but the face is kind of like in between objects, then you can lock that without having to put it on a different layer and separate the head or the back layers behind that face, and that kind of carry on. So I will go and do that before I post the thumbnail, and hopefully it looks a little bit better for you guys. And for me, obviously, because it was really annoying me, and now I know what I did. So yeah, you can see how the color palette is coming together. So her face is actually really pink, but because everything else is really desaturated in purple, and you've got the mix of the really deep greens that are themselves quite desaturated and such, then the really pinky skin tone works really well. Not only that, but like she has really pale skin anyway, and she's kind of not really an alien, but I don't know, is she an alien? I think, yeah, no, she is an alien, that's right. She goes and, no, maybe she's not. No, it's Starfire who's the alien. I don't know. But anyways, she's not a regular human being, so it's kind of okay for her to have abnormal skin, I guess. And then we're also just working on, is this where, yeah, I work on the lips a wee bit here, but later on we do expand them out a little bit more. And then I work on the hair as well. I really like the black, what I've used for the black replacement. I love doing this at the moment. It is so much fun, and it actually adds so much more to the piece than just doing black outlines. I find that the black is too harsh and it kind of takes away from the piece. So I'm really enjoying doing, instead of black shadowing and grey, black shadowing shadows, using the purpley toned shadows and doing line art that's not just black. So in this one I went for like a really dark purple, which I don't think really clashes with too much in this. Maybe the turquoise in her shirt, but I think the turquoise, sorry, is it turquoise? It's like an emeraldy green for her turtleneck, but I really like how it's quite contrasting to the purple. And it's just a little pop of something a little bit different. I actually don't know what color her eyes are. I'm pretty sure they're black or they're purple, but for this it was looking a little bit too much, so I ended up going with the tealy color as well, which I don't think is such a bad thing because it does give her her eyes a little bit more to look at, or not to look at, but makes them pop a little bit more. Yeah, so overall pretty happy with the way it's looking so far. Oh man, there's not much else to tell you guys. I haven't really done much since I last talked to you. So what have I got planned for this week? This week I have to obviously work. Yeah, not a very exciting week. Hopefully things are gonna calm down at work, which would be really, really nice because it's been so hectic. And it would be nice for it to slow down just a little bit so I can kind of catch up with these videos, which I need to come up with some more ideas for you guys, really. So if you do have any, make sure you put them in the comments below because I do love suggestions. Or if you really like a certain piece, then I can kind of continue on with maybe relevant pieces, because I do a lot of character stuff. Then like my Sailor Moon thing, Sailor Moon series, I've already done Sailor Moon and Sailor Venus so far, but I really like to do Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. Oh, I'm remembering them. In the same style, and maybe do some t-shirts. That's what I'm thinking for that one. Or even just some prints if you guys want prints as well. But for this, I think I'm going to do a few more in the Titans series because I do really like the characters from this. So yeah, that's kind of my plans so far. But if you guys do have anything you want me to do, then do let me know, because it is very much appreciated, obviously, as I do say. So yeah, so mostly just finishing touches from now. I didn't do the other side of her hair, I think mostly because I was lazy, but I think I should do that in the future. But it was just kind of, I didn't mind it being blunt against her hood, but definitely on the other side it was looking a little bit too bland. So the outline that I've done here, I've just done a thick outline, which I haven't done. I kind of did for my Sailor Moon piece, but it wasn't exactly the same. It was a kind of different outlining. But for this, what I did is I copied the entire picture and then just pasted it on top using Control F, and then I used the merge key to the merge path finder to merge everything, and then from there made it a stroke, set the stroke to outside. I don't know what it's called, but you set the stroke to sit on the outside of the object, and then I made it like 2 or 3, must have been 3 points, just to give it something a little bit more, give it a bit more shape, I guess, or to make it stand out a little bit more. So yeah, that's how you do that, if you were wondering. So I'm just fixing up her lips, which I felt like just needed a little bit more detail. They were looking a little bit flat, so I just sort of put in a bit of an outline, or fix up the outline, well, her smile line, I guess, and then gave it some shading. And then I'm gonna show you guys the screenshots. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of the series, hit the like button if you loved it, and leave a comment below if you got any suggestions for me. It is very much appreciated. Anyways, I'm gonna head off, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.